Hello and welcome to BoyleSportsNews.com. We are starting 2012. It is our first video and I'm delighted to be joined by our entertainment expert, Nicola McGeady. Hello, Nicola.
Hi, Leon.
Did you have a good Christmas and New Year?
Yeah, it was great. Lots of drinking done, so the January detox has kicked in.
It has kicked in, certainly, but we're going to look at Celebrity Big Brother and oh my God, there's a lot to kick in there. Let's first start with our Irish beauty, Georgia Salpa. She was up for eviction. Tell us a little bit about how that market changed, because she was favoured to go. But then by the time eviction came around, she had shifted not to be favoured.
She was the favourite, but if ever anyone was following her on Twitter, there was a massive campaign to get her, to stay in the house. A lot of Irish people got behind her, and I think they're able to, go onto the Channel 5 website and vote for her. So I think a lot of her votes came from there because she isn't known in the UK.
Yeah,
but then
true.
again, Andrew Stone came across as a complete lunatic, looper, just weirdo.
Yeah,
although he would have been a bit more entertaining than Georgia, because Georgia, I don't know, she was a little bit dry to begin with. But she seems to be becoming a little bit more chattier, etc.
Yeah, she certainly does. I mean, she looks good in the paper, it has to be said. But what has happened to her odds? Have they shortened drastically, or what's happened? Seriously, with Georgia, what has happened to her?
Leon's just getting his Thursday morning kick there on page 3, distracting me.
No, I was trying to actually find where Georgia was. I mean, she normally is page 3 or page 5. Oh, here she is, page 9.
Here she is, looking great as always.
Looks good.
Georgia is in the house, but her chances of winning are still massive, basically.
Okay, so has she come in a little bit, or has she...
66 to 1 into 50 to 1.
Okay, so she's still an outsider, right? So let's have a look really in terms of who do we think. But before we go on, Georgia's B-busts a move. Now, obviously, they are referring to her sizable assets. Are they real or are they fake, Nika? Real or fake? From your opinion?
I think they're fake, but maybe just people think girls are being bitchy by calling them fake, and maybe she's a very blessed woman.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of jealousy there from McGeady, but we'll move quickly on to who we think is actually going to win this year's Celebrity Big Brother. It's no surprise to see Natalie Cassidy. She's the jolly, but is she value at 2 to 1?
Not at all. Natalie's becoming bitchier and bitchier as the days goes on. Okay. She became the favourite because she did a really funny task at the start and everybody loved her. She is very real, maybe a little bit too open in the house. We don't want to know her toilet habits, etc.
Yeah, a bit too much information.
Bit too much, turning your stomach kind of thing.
Okay.
I had a little bet on Frankie at 10 to 1.
And in fairness to her, Nicola does do very well normally on these entertainment side of things. She picks someone at the very start and they normally go a long way.
Let's not talk about Lascelles Woods.
Yeah, we won't talk about that, but the ladies will like Frankie, won't they?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he was kept in the X Factor for so long because he had a big following. So I think in the Big Brother house, Channel 5, not that many people are tuning into Big Brother.
Okay.
But the X Factor Frankie fans will
Would it be more females watching the show than males?
It's a bit of a mixture, but I'd say more females, especially Frankie fans. So I just think maybe it's a bit of value at 10 to 1 if you want to stay away from the favourites. Michael Madsen's also been quite a funny character. He's the kind of only real celeb in the house at 13 to 2. But I don't think an American's going to go all the way. So I think maybe Gareth at 13 to 2 could end up in the final as well. Obviously, he's the rugby player who came out of the closet.
Yeah.
He's really sound chap. He's done really well. So.
And what about this guy Romeo? I don't know too much about him. Has he offered anything in the house so far?
Very cool cat. Romeo's kind of laid back, goes with the flow, but again, he hasn't done anything really exciting to spice up the house. They need to start doing something, getting their clothes off, getting it on, making it exciting.
Let's have some action. That's what people want to see. We want to see people come together in the Big Brother house because the relationship's going to last when
Kirk
they leave
and
it.
Georgia are now 5 to 1 to get it on, although Natasha Giggs got her neck in there before anyone else. You'd expect it from her, though.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect anything else from Natasha Giggs.